A very good morning to our honorable judges, headmaster, teachers, timekeeper, and all my fellow friends. Hey everyone, my name is CHRISTIE and GWENDOLENE. I'm 12 years old from SK St. David. So I read this really cool book called It Starts With Us by Colin Hoover. And I want to tell you about it. It's actually a sequel to another book called It Ends With Us. The story follows two characters named Atlas and Lily. They've been through a lot, like divorce and domestic abuse, which is a big word for when someone hurts another person in a relationship. But don't worry, this book is not too heavy and easier to read than the first one. In this book, we see how Atlas and Lily try to make their relationship work after going through all of those tough things. It's kind of like a second chance for them. We get to see what they are thinking and feeling from their own points of view. The book begins right where the last one ended. Lily's divorced abusive ex-husband, Ralph, is still a surgeon and has continued to run her flower shop successfully. However, they're co-parenting a daughter, Emerson, who's almost a year old. Their life begins to change when Lily bumps into an old friend, Atlas Corrigan, who is also running two restaurants right in the heart of the city. Atlas also knows what it's like to come from an abusive family. Even Lily couldn't brush her hopes under the carpet, hoping their friendship might turn into something more. Despite the challenges they might have to embrace, both want to give their relationship a new start. However, Lily's decision is weighed down by a constant fear of Ralph's reaction. Atlas is ready to have Lily in his life forever. But Ralph hates Atlas and blames him for their marriage ending. Lily isn't sure she will be able to handle Ralph's hatred. Atlas is trying to juggle running two successful restaurants, but suddenly, Atlas' mom shows up for the first time in years and drops a bombshell on him. Atlas is able to make it clear to Lily that even when he's busy dealing with different stressful situations, he will always make time for her. The author, Colin Hoover, is really good at showing us both the good and bad sides of relationships. She wants us to know that love takes effort and is not always easy. Sometimes it's messy and complicated. What I really like about this book is that it talks about important things like divorce and abuse, which are things that some kids might see or hear about. But it does it in a way that's not too scary or confusing. The book also makes us think about how people can change and how we shouldn't judge them too quickly. Sometimes, even the bad guys have their own problems and reasons for acting the way they do. It's important to understand that. The characters in the book, Atlas and Lily, have a really sweet and innocent love. It's like those cute lines from the movie Finding Nemo that they always joke about. The author wants us to believe that love can be pure and simple, even though it's not always perfect. In my opinion, this book really gave me a very good insight of how a real life looks. Even if the book sounds like too mature for a girl my age, it is full of moral values to learn. Overall, It Starts With Us is a cool book that continues the story from the first book. It's all about second chances, healing, and starting over with healthy love. It teaches us that relationships take work and that everyone deserves love and understanding. I think you will enjoy reading this book, especially if you like stories about love and friendship. It's not too long, so you can finish it in no time. Give it a try and see what you think. That's all from me. Thank you and goodbye.